Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. Let's make another round on the ship and talk to everyone before I move on with the story.
Hadley, I heard about Ferris Fields. Any news on your brother?
He's gone. They're all gone. But we'll get them back.
Shepard and Lawson are on it. We'll get your brother back. And make sure the collectors pay for taking him.
Commander.
I assume everything is going well up here?
It was until the thing started questioning my every move. It won't let anything slide.
You were deliberately falsifying maintenance reports, Mr. Moreau.
Not falsifying, tweaking. I always round up on task times. It makes us look good when we come in under.
EDI has a valid concern, Joker. Knock it off.
What? Come on.
No padding. Understood?
What's the point of being a corporate ship if you can't inflate your results?
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
That actually sounds borderline dangerous to me. Because when you have reports on, for example, how long
Retrofits are always a pain in the ass.
how long do certain things take or whatever, or what's the efficiency of certain tasks, then you might base certain design decisions or like upgrades or even the course of action based on those reports. So if you inflate the numbers, I feel like that might lead to some complications.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal. Mordin's psych profile warned of hyper behavior, but he is like a hamster on coffee. He's going to be a very productive member of the team. Anyway, what's up?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Take care.
Take care of Garrus from Nala Butler, Commander Shepard. My husband was one of the men serving on Garrus's team. I don't know how much Garrus told you about what happened. I don't know the specifics myself, only that my husband died in a trap set by those bastard gangs. I know Garrus blames himself. He took every shot fired at his squad as a failure on his part, and it was clear when he sent me a message about my husband that he thinks it was his fault. My husband would have never wanted that. He was proud of the work he did on Garrus's squad. He was taking back Omega from the gangs. He died fighting with honor. I miss him. God, I would give anything to get him back. But whatever happened there wasn't Garrus's fault. You're his commander now. Please, if you can, help him stop blaming himself. And please don't tell him I sent you this. Thank you. Healing of your facial scars. From Dr. Chakwas. Commander, I've done a further investigation regarding your facial scarring, and the old adage of mind over matter holds true. Negative attitudes and aggressive acts create adverse reactions with your cybernetic implants, while peaceful thoughts and compassionate actions promote healing. If you maintain a positive outlook, I believe your facial scarring will heal on its own. Otherwise, there is surgical equipment that we could use to insulate your cybernetic implants and accelerate your healing regardless of your mental outlook. I've updated the plans for the new medical equipment to your research terminal in the lab. Yeah, I strongly dislike that, because I like the scars. I liked the ones in Mass Effect 1 even better, because the ones in Mass Effect 2 are glowing, which looks weird, but I like the scars and I would like to keep them. But instead, BioWare is sort of railroading you into this stupid trope where the eviler you are, the uglier you are. Which, I dislike on principle anyway. I think there's... it's pretty annoying how culturally it's still ingrained in a lot of our stories that we equate physical beauty with goodness, like with moral virtue, and the opposite as well.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the collectors?
They spec'd this ship to the original Normandy, but you were there. The Collectors cut her like butter. This armor just isn't top of the line anymore. People will die if we don't upgrade. Alliance had some new toys in secret dev before I left. I could try and pull a few favors.
Okay, I'll...
Let me know when you want that, Commander.
Actually, I do want that already.
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the
Like I
Collectors?
said, if we don't upgrade the hull on this...
I guess it's here in ship enhancements? Yeah, heavy ship armor. The Asari-made Solaris armor upgrade is attached to the ship's superstructure. This will help to hold the ship together if hit by a blast powerful enough to penetrate its shields.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the Collectors?
We've got the best armor available. The rest is outside my expertise, Commander.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
If you want, Commander. Cerberus has ranks, but it's not the Alliance. No rules about fraternization. Your boat, your call. You want to get friendly with everyone? That's your business.
Relax, Jacob. I'm just interested in what makes you tick.
Anyone else said that, I'd walk away. Most Cerberus people try to play like the elusive man, hiding bullshit behind a smile. But you? I like what I've seen. I'll give you a shot. What do you want to know?
Anyone waiting for you back home?
Only child and no extended family. Never settled down. Didn't seem fair with this job. But you can't miss what you never had.
I know you and Miranda worked together. I got the impression it might have been more than that.
It got a little close. Then it got really far apart. The rest isn't your business, Commander.
Consider it dropped. I trust you to keep everything professional, Jacob.
Thanks. That always bugged me about the Alliance. They didn't let people handle their own problems. Cerberus isn't any better. They just put more effort into hiding how much they spy on you.
Let them watch. We're not hiding anything.
Wouldn't matter if we were. It's not like they can reel us in. We're handling this, whether they like it or not. Anyway, I should get back to prep. Nice talking to you, Shepard. Let's do it again sometime.
Okay, let's talk to Mordin, who's hanging out in here.
Shepard, how can I help?
Any ideas on other ways to prepare for the Collectors?
Ideas, yes. Expensive, but possibly valuable. Can show you.
What does he offer me? Mordin's Omni-Tool. Mordin gets plus 20% tech power damage. Mordin has built his own Omni-Tool and can make significant upgrades when given the proper materials. Sure, let him have it.
Shepard, how can I help?
Any ideas on other ways to prepare for the Collectors?
Sorry, have done what I can. Focusing on studying collector tech now.
Is the lab working well for you?
Quite satisfactory. Found a few surveillance bugs. Destroyed most of them. Returned expensive one to Miranda. Nothing unexpected. Just need more samples. More collector data, tissue samples, anything you can get, I can use. Find new tech.
Are there any medical concerns I should be aware of on the team?
Cerberus personnel in excellent condition. No squad concerns to report. Always some matters, but nothing affecting immediate mission.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Of course. Plague on Omega dealt with. Plenty of time to analyze collector intelligence. Impressive laboratory setup. Missed working for operations with a budget. AI in particular. Very helpful. Best setup I've seen since work with Special Tasks Group.
Is your assistant Daniel settling in all right?
Quite well. Safe and secure. Neighborhood mostly quiet with Plague gone. Left him the security mechs just in case. Can't be too careful. Also tired of mechs. Noisy. Never used them in STG.
It must have been frustrating working on Omega with such a limited facility.
No, loved it. Limited facility presents challenge. Save greatest number of people using limited resources. Security threats, gangs, mercenary groups add additional difficulty. Quite enjoyable. Plague stretched abilities to limit. Couldn't have asked for more. Also, enjoy. Saving people, of course. Helping the helpless, greater good, all that too. Nice. Retirement after SDG work complete.
Tell me more about the Solarian Special Task Group.
Respected organization. Clandestine. Handles difficult assignments with limited oversight. Recon, analysis, occasional wet work. Identify problems, have neutralization options ready should need arise. Model for Council Spectres based on Special Tasks Group. Very similar.
Similar in what way?
Solarians lack numbers, brute strength, military prowess, have to rely upon stealth, intelligence. Agents trusted, given wide operative freedom. Spectres similar, given goal, told to accomplish. Better, funded, of course. Didn't have to buy our own weapons.
You said you were in the Special Tasks Group. What kind of research were you doing?
Not simply research. Several recon missions. Covert, high risk, served under a young captain named Kirahi. Studied Krogan genophage, took water, tissue samples from Krogan colonies.
I worked with an STG captain named Kirahi. His team helped me destroy Saren's cloning facility on Vermeer.
Heard he was part of that. Jury-rigged explosive. Always got job done with limited resources. Good captain. Bit of a cloaca, though. Loved his speeches. Hold the line. Personally prefer to get job done and go home. Probably military bravado, jargon, chest pounding. No offense.
Wait. When he calls him a cloaca, he's basically calling him an ass. Because cloaca is like a the waste orifice for like birds and stuff. So that's a bit weird that there is this juxtaposition. There is this juxtaposition of him thinking he's a good man, but he's calling him an ass. I did actually like his speech. I think the speech was quite nice. I did appreciate it more than Mordin apparently has.
Why would STG study the genophage?
Krogan rebellion's bloody, dangerous, nearly as bad as Rachni attacks. All species evolve, adapt, mutate. If genophage weakens, need to be prepared.
What was the STG preparing to do?
Military schematics for likely Krogan population growth, political scenarios for attack points. Genophage reduced Krogan numbers. Species aggression unchecked, population explosion would be disastrous. STG helped check Krogan rebellions, needed to be ready to do the same. Simple recon, nothing to worry about.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Bioweapon designed by Solarian science team, deployed by Turians against Krogans to end Krogan rebellions more than 1,000 years ago. Affects every cell of Krogan body. Commonly and incorrectly considered a sterility plague. Actually adjusts viable fertility rates to compensate for high Krogan birth rate. Stabilizes to pre-industrial population growth levels.
Okay, so that's interesting. That's something I didn't quite remember. So it seems it's designed in a way that would still account for population growth. Like, it's not literally killing them out. They have population growth, but it's very small compared to what they would be capable of. And I guess they are dying out because, the way their society functions, they die. A lot of them die, violent deaths in their youth without reproducing at all. So they don't have the generational replenishment, even though, according to what he says, they should be able to do that if they just stay put. But obviously it's very difficult to do that under the mountain of dead fetuses, because as he said, it's not really a sterility plague. They can they can get I don't think they get pregnant per se. I think they lay eggs or something, but they can it seems like they can reproduce. They can go through the motions of it, and they can produce offspring, fetuses, children in the pre-born stage, but they just never. Most of them don't survive. Most of them don't actually get to the point of getting born and being alive at that point.
Nice talking with you, Mordin.
Should get back to work. Need to study. So much data. Here if you need me.
Okay, those are the upgrades I have, and those are the upgrades I can get. I don't want the missile launcher. Collector assault rifle. I can't use assault rifles anyway. I will use this, buy this, a heavy weapons upgrade. The power cell technology used by heavy weapons is fairly old, but can be improved by rebuilding the core with more modern components. These improvements allow for standard power cells to yield more shots per power cell, and allow more total shots to be fired. Sure. Medical capacity, pretty cool. I'll take that. All modern combat armor incorporates a first aid interface. Microprocessors in the interface monitor in this interface monitor vital functions and release small localized doses of Medigel to accelerate the healing process. Manually timed doses of Medigel can be released in response to major trauma. However, the efficiency of this is dependent on the proprietary medical software that cannot be copied and is prohibitively expensive. Cerberus has developed its own software and is actively working to improve its efficiency. Standard Omni tools are calibrated with a wide neural input tolerance range so that they can be used effectively by any race. By turning the inputs of the Omni tool to match the specific neural patterns of the user, responsiveness and power can be greatly increased. Once tuned in this manner, the Omni tool is almost unusable by anyone outside the wearer, and it must be constantly recalibrated through subtle neural shifts. Tech power damage, that's pretty cool. Trauma module. Unity heals your squad to full health. A standard first aid interface can stabilize a badly wounded soldier, preventing death from all but the most serious wounds. This base technology, however, is ineffective on conscious soldiers who are constantly taking fire, as each pain signal resets the process. A trauma module separates the medical administration into two layers, active and passive. The active layer constantly distributes small amounts of Medigel to fresh wound sites. The passive layer handles major deployment to incapacitating wounds. When large amounts of Medigel are deployed to incapacitated squad members, fighting members are also healed. Okay, I don't have enough for this. And I guess I didn't unlock this yet. I had a sniper rifle upgrade, I'm pretty sure. Like the damage upgrade? Submachine gun damage, I guess I can take that. This upgrade improves the weapon's mass effect field generator, increasing the velocity of each slug fired. Yeah, I don't really care about the other things. I specifically don't really care about the other armors because I really like how the default N7 armor looks, so I'll just stay with that. Okay, let's go around and talk to other people.
Reinforcements really threw off the gravimetric profiles, but engines are good to go. I rebalanced the Gilborn coefficients and adjusted the anterior intakes on the second tier stabilizers.
I love it when you talk dirty. What can we do for you, Commander?
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Beauty, isn't it? Pried that off the Krogan warlord, Kazak. Used to run the blood pack out of Omega about 17 years ago. Wasn't even a job. The guy just thought he'd hijack a freighter I was hitchhiking on. big mistake. I goaded Gazak into one-on-one combat. Took out his legs, grabbed his gun, and killed every blood-pack bastard in the room. That was the most beaten Krogan I've ever seen. Kept the helmet to remind me of that pained expression.
Okay, so those just to repeat. I already heard that last time.
This mission takes me back. Get a knife stuck in the right way, and you can pull that plate right off a Krogan's head. It's the best way to get a Krogan to talk. The threat of it drives him mad. Me and a buddy were hired to take out this one guy, Matthias, I think. Hell, I forget. Turns out it was a trap. We got jumped by a hit squad. 2 Batarians, a Krogan, and a Hanar. Damn jellyfish nearly choked me to death. Wore a neck brace for weeks to cover that up. Haven't underestimated a Hanar since. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Okay, that wasn't really a very fruitful conversation.
Another colony's gone missing.
Ferris Fields, I heard. That's not far from New Canton. Did your family get back to Earth?
Not yet. My mother-in-law's given us grief. Operative Lawson assures me the transport team will physically drag them away if need be.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Have you got any ideas for potential upgrades we could make?
A few ideas, yeah. Here, take a look.
Okay, so she offers an advanced mineral scanner, which I don't have enough resources for.
Whenever you have the time and resources, let me know.
You have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Did you hear? Another colony went missing. Ferris Fields.
Ferris Fields? Didn't Hadley have a brother stationed there?
Yeah, he's taking it pretty hard.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got any upgrade ideas for the Normandy's weapon systems?
A few, yeah. Here, take a look.
So he can offer a weapons upgrade, but again, don't have enough resources.
Let me know when you've got the materials for me to upgrade our guns.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Yeah, the calibrations line has gotten quite infamous within the Mass Effect community, to the point where the developers themselves actually kind of make fun of it in Mass Effect 3. Because he always says that if he doesn't want to talk, he says he's in the middle of some calibrations. Okay, so I've explored this system. Let me get out. Wow, that's quite a lot of stuff in here. By the way, it's pretty interesting that I can fly straight through the sun with no repercussions whatsoever. Logasiri. A step above a carbonaceous asteroid, Logasiri is a planet with carbon-heavy crust and a trace atmosphere of CO and helium, but it's rapidly drying out and it's lost the critical mass to have a self-sustaining hydrologic cycle. Nevertheless, the Batarians have colonized the world, forcing slaves to work in their mines and ugly habitats. The labor is hot, endless and backbreaking. even in the low-G environment. Every horror story told by slaves elsewhere in the cluster seems to be topped by one from Logathiri. The most famous fact is the one of the slaver Silparon, who worked to death 420 slaves over the course of a galactic standard year and ground up their bodies for compost in his greenhouses. He was eventually poisoned by his wife, but his shadow and his business model still hangs over the miserable planet. A strange island of peace in the lawless terminus systems, Tuna Vanuro is a planet of crushing gravity but abundant life. As its ponderous name indicates, it was colonized by the Elcor, who have several booming industries on the planet. Hydroelectric dams and biofuels form tough woody algae. And biofuels from tough woody algae provide much of the planet's energy. Mines export uranium, thorium and gold, taken to space with generous use of Mass Effect fields. Of course, pirates target the Elcor's shipping as soon as it leaves orbit, but the Elcor's deals with mercenary companies keeps away all but the most foolhardy of attackers. Population 3,769,400. Colony founded in 2035 CE. Capital Nuremathun. Now, it's always kind of interesting to me. I do wonder, how does launching probes onto settled planets work? Like, wouldn't that be, first of all, majorly illegal and also potentially very dangerous for the people living on those planets?
Bio and only tool upgrades, which allow squad members who have biotic and tech powers to be much more effective. Probe launched.
Because essentially there is a possibility I'm basically launching a probe into a settled region. Nearog is a hydrogen-methane gas giant whose moons were once home to Esul, a Batarian warlord who terrorized the terminus systems. Attempting to unite a pirate army under his banner, he successfully conducted a rapid blitz against 11 habitable planets. Fortunately for the rest of the galaxy, Esul's crimes caught the attention of the Spectres, who deduced his hidden location and assassinated him. Esul's empire, built on a hyperextended army, soon came crashing down. His lost stockpiles of Element Zero have become something of a legend, as foolish spacers have spent countless amounts of time and money searching the Bathala system, convinced that they will be the ones to finally strike it rich.
Launching probe. The surface of Dorgal is ethane-soaked marsh.
The planet hovers near the boiling point of hydrocarbon and supports a diverse, if simple and slow-moving, carbon-based ecology. The planet's gravity is strong enough to retain an atmosphere of molecular nitrogen and carbon monoxide, but methane that dominated billions of years ago has long since been lost.
Detected an anomaly.
Okay, so I can land here. A coral is a small, lifeless rock blessed with significant deposits of thorium used in radiation shielding and the manufacture of space-frame alloys. A small population of miners eke out an existence on the surface, selling their ore at Lorek and praying that the intermittent raids by the Terminus pirate clans will pass their homestead by. There have been no children born on Korar since the infamous pirate raid of 2047, when every child on the planet was rounded up and taken as a slave. A couple finding itself pregnant preemptively moves off-world. Population 2,400. Okay, this is actually pretty fucked up. Someone has literally stolen all of their children, although it has to be noted, it seems to me, that children do not make particularly good slaves, unless you have some light work for them, but then usually you don't need slaves to do that. You want slaves for hard labor, which children are not particularly good at. For example, a child wouldn't make an effective miner, and obviously when you take slaves as children, you can raise them to be slaves, which is kind of beneficial for the slavers, because then slavery is so ingrained in those people's minds that they probably don't even consider escaping, but you still have to essentially raise them until they are like, I don't know, 15, 16, which is kind of expensive probably.
Anomaly detected.
Lorek is an extremely rare example of a habitable world circling a red dwarf star. Originally an independent Asari colony named Esan, it was annexed by the Batarian hegemony in 1913, causing a minor galactic incident. Despite several attempts, the local Terminus warlords have never been able to take Lorek for themselves. Lorek is a low-density world composed of rock, light metals and water-based crust. It is tidally locked to Fatar, with a sunward hot pole and a shadowed cold pole. Water on the sunward side evaporates quickly, traveling over the islands of the habitable Terminator zone in a form of massive, fast-moving thunderstorms, and finally settling on as snow on the frozen dark side. There are fears that the buildup of ice cap mass on the far side may cause an axial reorientation over the course of several million years, but Batarian officials dismiss the idea as irresponsible theory disseminated by counter-hegemonist subversives. A colony founded in 1764, population of 4,700,000. Capital Jalnor.
Probe away. Launching probe.
Interrupted at parse point ACO655321. Status of
Probe
system
launched.
operator is not known. General distress. Beacon auto processing interrupted.
Launching probe.
process interrupted at parse point ACO 655321. Status of system operator is not known. General distress.
Probe
Beacon
away.
auto process interrupted at...
I have found something.
Signal scans detected a transmitter matching Cerberus encryption. It is registered to an unknown deep cover operative. Cerberus operative life signs unconfirmed. Other transmissions that match known Eclipse coded communications also detected. So that's the operative that that the elusive man sent me a message about.
I see you, Shepard.
Engaging target. Engaging target.
Understood. Not a problem. That one
Neutralized. Taking cover.
Mind over matter. Negative contact. Very nice.
I see them.
Eclipse. Weakening their integrity.
Moving in.
Understood. Understood. Deploying warp field. Cover.
Okay, that was poorly done.
I see you, Shepard.
On my screen. Not difficult.
You bet.
Moving in.
Understood.
Not a problem.
Just on my shield!
Moving. I need targeting assistance. Not a problem.
I've got nothing.
Over there.
Indeed. Direct organ trauma. Take out contact.
Weakening their integrity. Target has flow.
I've got nothing.
I'll tear you apart.
Be a target.
Deploying warp field.
Lost my target.
Lost shield.
Deploying warp field. You're off my screen.
Subject ID. Interrogator. Captain? No. CPL? What? I'm not sure what that stands for. Giro. Subject. Cerberus agent Tyrone Rawlings. Eclipse targeted Agent Rawlings some time ago. We know Rawlings is connected to the encrypted data that we acquired. The data could conclusively prove Cerberus' involvement in the Rachne experiments. We believe Rawlings possesses a cipher that can be used to decrypt the data. Without his cipher, the data could take years for Eclipse to decode. Subject captured. Agent Rawlings proved difficult to capture. Having insinuated himself on the ship bound for the Attican Traverse, he had won over the loyalty of the ship's crew, who believed him to be a human dignitary on the mission of discovery. Our own agent managed to disable the ship and hobble its defenses long enough to extract Agent Rawlings. We lost a lot of men to obtain this asset. This data better be worth the expense. The interrogation has failed. Despite some of our most advanced interrogation techniques, Rawlings managed to evade our questions. When we applied more invasive methods, he proved resistant to those as well. Eventually, Agent Rawlings' resistance caused tempers to flare. We consider it unfortunate that he did not live to pass on the cipher. We have men working on to decipher the encryption right now. As long as we control the data, its mere existence remains a powerful tool against Cerberus.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
No shield.
Lost my target. Need some cover.
Affirmative.
You bet.
Ready for takedown.
I've got nothing.
I see them.
On my way. Easy enough. Going now.
Affirmative.
Your toes. Weakening. Moving.
Report in.
Affirmative. Easy enough. Moving. I've seen us. Weakening their integrity. Let's travel.
Watch for fire. Get ready to burn. Deploy combat drone. Get ready to burn! Let's travel! Fire! There!
They've
Deploy
seen it.
combat drone! Get ready to burn! Watch for fire!
My shields are down.
drone! Watch for fire! Incineration ready! Get ready to burn!
We've been
Give me a
spotted.
target! Right there! Fire on the unshielded hostiles! Watch for fire! Watch for the drone! Get ready to burn! Report in! Watch for fire! Let's travel! Watch for the drone!
Oh, come on! Okay, this is actually pretty frustrating, because it took a rather long time.
You're all mine!
Impressive shot.
Incoming!
Perfect! Engaging target.
Ready for takedown.
There we go.
I'll tear you apart!
Combat drone, watch out.
Deploying warp down! Get ready to burn! Deploying warp field! I'm sending out a drone! I'll tear you apart! Watch for... Mind over matter!
Right there.
Not a problem.
Understood! Fire! Deploying warp field! Take him down!
Engaging target.
Understood. Affirmative. Engaging target.
Moving in.
Understood. You're dead.
Okay. Whoa. That's most likely the operative. Dead.
This computer contains the encrypted intelligence extracted from the captured Cerberus agent. The information could adversely affect Cerberus if it were ever circulated publicly.
Yeah, I am going to upload the data to the Alliance because, to be honest, fuck Cerberus. I took Miranda with me mostly to rub it in her face. Cerberus are trash, and the things that they have done are, you know, it goes beyond simple prejudice and human supremacy. They are inhumane. So whatever I can do to hinder them in the long run while leeching off their resources is probably good.
Data uploaded to Alliance Command.
Cerberus Operative Tyrone Rawlings was found dead. Encrypted data transmitted to the Alliance for the decryption. Okay, I've explored this. I will actually go back to buy more probes. It's not entirely optimal from the fuel perspective, but okay. I think this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!